It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A feel-good breakfast show indeed. Happy Friday and thanks for joining us on Expresso this morning. Well, we're in the kitchen and at the end of the month, it's all about making the most of your ingredients, embracing those leftovers and also using your freezer and also using whatever's left over in your cupboards. But in the words of our favorite Jamie Oliver, he says, shop smart, cook clever, and waste less. So here are a few ideas to avoid those boring tasters end of the month meals. We just add salt or pepper to everything. Claire, how are you?
Hello, so we're gonna start over here. It looks a bit brown and grey, but
No,
it really doesn't have to be at the end of the month. Doesn't have to be tasteless, doesn't have to be boring. So just a few little things to sort of help you at the end of the month. What I call cupboard cuisine, what's left over in your cupboard. You think there's absolutely nothing I can do with that. Something like rice, just a few little ingredients and you've got risotto and it doesn't cost a lot of money. 2-minute noodles. You're never gonna believe what we're gonna do with 2-minute noodles, but I'm gonna leave you hanging and get back to that. Lentils are fantastically filling. Use
so
those.
Tasty. Yeah.
Use those at the end of the month. A little bit of onions, delicious. Pastas. If you're
Sardines.
Sardines. If you're not buying meats and chickens and all that, fantastic form of protein. Something I also love to do at the end of the month is use leftovers. I keep a little bit of puff pastry in the freezer, so when you've got a little bit of curry, stew that you've made.
Or even chicken leftover.
Even chicken leftover.
Make a pie.
Make it in a pie. Take it to work the next day or freeze it for later. Keep it, save it, don't waste it.
How does this leftover? It looks so good.
Okay, so this is kind of the idea of extending your ingredients at the end of the month. If you have a whole roast chicken, you're gonna serve, say, 4 people, take it off the bone and put it in a wrap, and you're gonna serve 6 to 8 people.
I agree.
So extend, extend. And you can use the bones to make a stock.
Yeah,
so that murky-looking water over there is actually delicious.
No, they're really good in food. Listen.
And then, wait, if all else fails, sauce. Sauce. So a little bit of pasta, cheese sauce, delicious. And then say like a nice hot sauce on your noodles or your soy sauce, done.
That works. See, I know that for sure. It just shows you how you can turn a little bit of boring into something festive. Why are you grabbing those noodles?
Because we're gonna walk on over here and surprise you with the most ridiculous recipe that we found.
What are you making?
We're making gnocchi using 2-minute noodles. So literally, when you're looking in your cupboard and you've got that boring, dry packet of 2-minute noodles, ta-da!
I don't believe you just yet. Okay, so how do we do this?
Okay, so we've just soaked this in a little bit of hot milk, just to soften it a little bit.
It's not cooked completely.
No, it's not cooked, it's just softened.
Okay.
Soften it, add a little bit of that hot milk to it. Sorry, we've strained it first, so we're gonna add a little bit of that hot milk.
Okay, so you put
into
a little
there, and then some of our egg yolks.
Why
so
don't you
about
use the
4 of
whites?
those egg yolks, because the egg yolks help bind it all together.
Okay.
So it binds it all together deliciously, and that's what's gonna make our gnocchi, which is our Italian dumplings. Just mix that all together. So I've added about half the milk in the meantime. Just give it a good mix. Just gonna keep going until it's the right consistency, which ends up like this.
Okay, so you put it in a piping bag. Obviously, we'll give you the measurements as well, but our keyword for this morning is dinner. Dinner to 33728, because you're gonna make this for dinner.
Yeah, the measurements you kind of make according to how many people you're feeding.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment we've got about 2 cups, well, 2 bags of 2-minute noodles.
It's a little bit insensitive of you, hey? You're 3, okay? So, all right, so it's in your piping bag.
Yeah, so I know this looks like a mess, but we've just kind of started.
No, this looks like Italian cuisine, like you know what you're doing.
Everything's all over the place.
Okay, so you pipe it.
You've got it into the right consistency here. It's sort of a mashed potato sort of consistency.
It's enough to still touch, okay.
Exactly. Pop it into a piping bag, cut a really nice big hole there, and then you're just gonna start piping it into some boiling water. I
see that you've already fried some, so...
We're gonna get back to that.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so we've got our boiling water. You're just gonna squeeze and cut. Squeeze and cut.
Must I help you
squeeze
Must I help you squeeze?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Really strong. Oh, but it doesn't need that much strength.
Okay, not so much strength.
Okay, I get the gist of it. So we squeeze and cut, basically.
So you squeeze and cut. Okay, and then that's gonna...
It smells good.
Once it comes to the boil, those little dumplings, our gnocchi dumplings, are gonna start rising to the top. As soon as it rises to the top, it's done.
Ah, okay, so you wait till they rise to the top and then it's done. I'm gonna keep the piping bag over here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so they come out of the hot boiling water, then what?
And they look like that. So they're firm.
Okay, they're a little bit firmer than what
But I mean, look at that. It doesn't look so delicious or inviting, not so much. So we've popped it into a pan and a little bit of butter. Again, we're not adding anything here that's gonna cost a lot of money. Put that into the pan, get them nice and toasted and brown, and then just, if you have in your garden, just add a little bit of herbs to that.
As one does.
As one does.
No, I do have herbs in my car. I really
something, a little bit of herbs. Even you can add a bit of dry herbs from your cupboard.
Which other herbs would go with it? Could I use basil?
I'm
an addict.
You could use basil, but I wouldn't add it to the pan. So you'd add that at the end, just roughly chop it and then sprinkle it over the top. You could add a little bit of rosemary, whatever you really like.
Whatever you really like. Well, that really looks beautiful. How long do you put it in the pan for?
Just until you can see it starts getting all nice and golden.
And then you need to add stuff.
Season.
Okay.
Also salt,
Claire, this
pepper.
I can't believe
makes everything taste fantastic.
We're making gnocchi from like 2-minute noodles that we stuck in a blender, and we're talking meals that you can make at the end of the month.
If you had to put this on your dinner table, absolutely no one would believe you that it started like that.
Okay, well, what do you put the cheese in? Ah, okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna put the cheese in here, and that's pretty much it.
It smells so good. The herbs are starting to come through.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that's kind of it. Whatever cheese you have left in your fridge, or just buy a bit of cheap cheddar.
I'm on the cheese at the moment. It's so easy. You just freeze it and you take it out whenever you need it.
You can see they popped up.
gnocchi rising to the top.
Yeah, so they've risen to the top, and that's done.
All right, and then after that, you're going to bake it.
Yeah.
Bake or fry it.
Fry. Fry nice and golden in some butter, and that's it.
Good. Our keyword for this morning, dinner. Dinner to 33728. You cook with anything that's left over in your house, really. We talked about our cupboard cuisine, and now we're also making a gnocchi from like 2-minute noodles and milk that Claire found in her cupboard. The cheese and what's this?
Thyme.
Beautiful.
And we plate it.
Okay, well, while you're plating, again, our keyword is dinner to 33728. This looks really good.
How delicious is that? Let's just get it into the bowl.
And I see
we lost one there, but that's fine.
I see you didn't
Although
turn
it is the end of the month,
them.
so let's not waste.
I see you didn't turn all of them around. You kind of just...
And that's it, eh?
Okay, well, can I put it a little bit more?
Okay,
just
you know me so well.
Yeah, we're making it all pretty. Dinner to 33728 to make your gnocchi. What do you call this? Gnocchi what?
Noodle gnocchi.
Noodle gnocchi.
But for your guests, just gnocchi.
Yeah, don't tell them what's in it, because otherwise they'll know that you used an end of the month resolution. Not resolution, what's the word I'm looking for?
End of the month ingredient?
Yes, that too. Okay, or recipe. Dinner to 33728. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It just shows you how we make this. Someone else yesterday said to me, Ilana, you know what I like about the show? I like the kitchen, because this is where you get your recipes.
And
a really clever idea, for sure. Well, there's lots more happening on our show, Claire. While I taste this for breakfast, Graham and Kat has the rest of the show.